Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Fetch.AI, seeing what's going on. We did get a lot of requests for this one. Let's see who it was. Somebody here, Matilda, that's right. Yeah, Matilda continues to ask for this. I get it. I'll go ahead and continue to cover it. Thank you again so much for the request. And I think there's a few other too. I got like one of my YouTube viewers, very consistent subscriber. Thank you so much. I think Jeremy, I appreciate you as well for requesting this previously. Let's see what we can do to understand where it's going to go next. It's holding the line fairly well, like up here at this 170 to just a round number $2 mark. It's holding this level fairly nice. So I mean, most coins cannot say this here the way that it's maintaining its price action, even in the light of Bitcoin pulling back. Okay, so that's a pretty good sign here to me that there's possibilities of continuation. Again, you see all these massive wicks up here, letting us know that the price is trying to break that resistance and somehow cannot. Okay, so we're going to draw a daily candlestick closure trend line here, kind of see what's going on there. We're also going to draw a trend line from down here as well, just to kind of pay close-ish attention to it. Again, these are not guaranteed lines that I'm drawing, by the way. They're just typically running concurrent with most moving averages, and that's the important thing you want to pay attention to. Okay, so it just kind of gives you a visual representation of where the trend lines are at. And to me, trend lines, they have a pretty good success rate of helping confirm what side of the tracks you're on. And that's really the bottom line. Speaking of what side of the tracks you're on, congrats to our community here. For the last 24 hours, we saw 117% profit from Solana, ICP 52%, what was it, SCI 32%, that is an SCI short, and then previous older Kava trade at 156. So awesome, congrats to everyone there. And you'll see that we're not trading this coin right now, honestly, partially because it's not available on our desired exchange yet. They're adding it, of course. Future reference, Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, no KYC or VPN required. Please check them out. They are awesome. You have to use my link to register to qualify for some of those rewards, but I tell you, it's totally worth it. They are an extremely beneficial exchange. But they're adding Fetch.AI to their list here soon. It's just not currently tradable. Anyways, that's besides the point. Let's talk about the daily time frame. We've discussed the moving average here, the 20. Being above the 20-day SMA, we talked about this yesterday, is important to just continue to maintain bullish momentum. Okay, so as long as we're on this side of the tracks, essentially, we can presume the price will continue to go up. Right? That's generally the concept. Now, it doesn't have to go up the way that it has. It can go sideways for literally like 2 weeks and still be above that level. So don't get wrong. It could even pull back and we'll still be above that moving average, right? But that once we do, we got to reevaluate and see if it's worth considering. Taking a better entry or just taking profits, etc. Right now, we're well over 70 in the RSI. Until we drop below 70, there's no reason to consider selling. The problem with this, though, you got to keep this in mind. The price could literally drop down to, like 105 or $1 even, and still be above that level, just based on the way that this daily time frame is a lagging indicator. Okay. So please understand, this is more of a macro scenario here. We are seeing a stochastic divergence. There is potential the price could pull back because of that. And money flow index is coming down. Generally, you see MFI come down with stochastic. It's a sign for reversal. But again, that's not a definitive science here, because again, we can see we're establishing lower lows and lower highs, which is typically a bearish sign. But a lot of times you can kind of confirm that those are more bullish in a lot of ways too, with the bullish flag, right? So a lot of times when you see the price do this, it'll continue on its merry way to the upside. So I would say, just generally speaking, we want to pay attention to that. Quickly to note here as well, we can see down below we got MACDs starting to lose momentum to the downside, implying we could see a shift in momentum. We're still over 50 on the RSI, losing money flow index, but stochastic is swinging up for the third time here. Okay, that is potential for breaking this pattern. So again, until we break this trend line, I would say that we're going to continue to digress. But generally speaking, if and when we do, that would be solid consideration for a long position. Again, this being a daily candlestick closure at 180, we want to pay attention to that. Closing over 180 or higher today would establish a higher level and put us in a position, excuse me, where the price action should continue further up. Because again, we're breaking through that resistance in essence with that. So those are things we want to pay attention to. Ichimoku Cloud could probably going to confirm that you should have taken profits in this coin by now. Of course, that's normal. And in fact, it gave us that indication a while back before it pumped a little bit further. So the truth is, this indicator, being very conservative, is letting us know that it's not really worth a long or a short position at this moment. Conversion line is barely above the baseline, but the price action is maintaining itself below the cloud. It's generally a bearish sign. But once more, you could argue that the fact we had that before and the price tried to break out and hasn't. So again, the cloud is essentially holding the price action in place fairly well. So until we, again, get a closure above $1.80 at this point here, there's no reason to consider a long position. I know it seems crazy because a lot of times the price will just go right past it and you won't even see it. And then sometimes it won't even come back down to retest it. But in most cases, majority of trading happens this way, where the price action breaks through a resistance level, just say 180 for example, comes back down to consolidate at that level, and that's where you get in, and then the price takes off to retest its most recent high. Okay, so I'm speculating that could and should happen here just based on how many candle wicks we're seeing to the upside. But once more, we need a closure at 180 or higher, and we need Bitcoin to stop pulling back. And I think that would help a lot too. Keep in mind, Bitcoin and this coin are performing both very, very different. So do not get in your head that they're aligned with each other, but they're also codependent on each other. Every single altcoin is reliant on Bitcoin to a degree. Okay? So just some things to understand. What does that mean for us here? It just implies that we want to wait for confirmation. Big surprise. I'm so sorry that you're just thoroughly disappointed in me saying wait for confirmation. But you know what? A good trader will tell you that. A bad trader will tell you to go long right now with everything you got because they feel it's going to be a good fit. Feelings mean nothing. Do not do that. Don't use feelings in trading. I can assure you it's a path to the dark side. So hypothetically, we get a closure at 180 or higher. My speculation is we're going to see the price continue to increase. Until we do that, I would say there's no reason to consider a long or a short. Again, trade with confirmation, folks, is all there is to it. Hope this made sense and I described this correctly. Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure you reference Bitunix Phenomenal Exchange, link down below. We have 24 hours to register for this competition. Really, really cool stuff. Be sure to check that out, and thank you again to my community for just being an awesome part of my life. You know who you are. Thank you, Matilda, Jeremy, everyone else included as well. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.